Alright, more Magmammal 3. We're getting up there in the number of tiers here. Now, there is one thing I want to revisit before we actually continue with everything here. And that is back all the way back to Tier 1. There was a mention in one of the judge commentaries, actually, that there was a secret room that after you do said secret room, has an Easter egg when you come out of it. I just need to remember which one it was. It wasn't this one. Unless it's this one. Let's see. Yeah, it is this one. I remember it because of the different sounds and everything. But yeah.
I say.
The biggest thing is that this level gives you infinite of every weapon, including Tornado Blow.
Tornado Blow! Yes, I'm here, by the way.
Hello.
Also, I may have something cursed. I don't know if it's gonna go through voice mod or not. It's been having that lately. Probably would help if I just voice suppression for a bit. Okay. Feast
It is here. What the flip? Okay, now I just have max bolts. That's not broken whatsoever.
Okay. Also, you got
But
stuck.
yeah, here we go. You found a large bolt and M-Tank in that simulation, didn't you? All the simulations creator gave the organizer a request of please don't remove the giant bolt and E-Tank. That bolt and M-Tank you found need to be returned to honor that person's request of not removing them from the simulation. So yeah, you don't get to keep those. I'll take care of putting these back. Sorry about the trouble.
Also, feast thine ears.
Oh my goodness, okay.
That was the Stargate theme from Super Mario 64, The Shining Stars. It sounds like a cat just walking on a Casio keyboard.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, I kind of found out a bit about that that Easter egg there, and the fact is, yeah, it would fill out all of your bolts at 9999, which obviously is freaking broken. So yeah, you don't get to keep those.
Well, of course. You can't have nice things.
Okay, well now entry 43rd, Somewhere Underground by Gun Sovereign. Score 67.80. 77, 50, 62, 79, 71. As usual, Shinryu is a bit harsh on his scoring, but anyways. 1 element, 4 tokens, let's do this.
Also, Steel would be here right now if it weren't for a What the fuck?
That Dr. Light face.
Dr. Light looks so happy to be here. Holy shit. As I was saying, Steel would be here if not for a thunderstorm passing through his area. Which
is probably coming to my area later on today, so...
yeah.
And this first spell reading... Probably lose contact with you once you enter the mine. And roll a nice solid invest. Good luck, Mega Man.
Good luck, Mega Man.
You're listening to Silverstain's Burning Hearts, covered by Cosmic Jam. And all the different credits. A lot of names that I remember from different Magmammal stuff. I think Parmesan was actually one of the judge for 48 hours. And hi Luna, I saw you in there. Why would I destroy you? You're kind of not in the way. Until it's the furthest and go for it. Apparently Poo did not enjoy that that truck sound. Inquiète pas Poupou, Eddie va pas te chasser. Alright, so far so good, though I haven't seen any tokens yet. But I think I see one on the map now. Oh, gotta break the Buster only run for this. And that was token number 1. We might have a long level on our hands. But so far it's been pretty fair, so... There goes my perfect run. Hi, hard man. Hi, hard man with no iframes. Ooh, that is awkward. If my body makes it out unscathed and safe from broken vows, a promise spoken leaves me holding on. I just can't get a hold of why we always hurt the one we love, and burning hearts still keep us strong.
This sounds like lyrics from a song.
It might be the song playing now, because I think the name of the song is Burning Hearts, so... Yeah. Oh, that was unfortuitous. Yeah, let's not get squished. That would be prudent. I am not Pumpman. I'm sure Steel mentioned how much Pumpman murder there has been. Oof, that was a bit uncomfortable, but fine enough. I might not want to charge here. Okay.
And speak of the devil.
Ow.
What happened? What'd I miss? What'd I do? What? Oh, speaking of me!
We were talking
Stab.
about how much Bumpman murder there was yesterday.
Oh, yes. It was our way of pouring one out for Pumpman being missing from this.
Because, yeah, all he has is a cameo in Tier 1, unfortunately.
Boo! I want my money back. I didn't even pay anything and I want my money back.
Okay, there's the third token. Yeah. Still missing a token, so I guess the level's not done yet. Another boss.
Alright, it's time for Game Gear's Stone Man.
Thank God, no. For some reason, these... Yeah, they have no iframes. It's literally DOS Megaman. Oh no!
But there's no hazards. Oh, for the sake of auto scroll. What a rip.
And yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be a bit of a thing. Okay, I see the token coming up. Oh jeez. And that was a mistake. So let's just die. I needed to jump on top of that. I could have just done retry, but I didn't.
Okay, I just turned the sound on and I completely forgot you had that clown sound effects for this thing.
Okay, there we go. That was a mistake. Nice, every time I shoot now, I just bonk Opie. Okay.
You should change it to bonk. You should change it to the bonk if Opie comes in here.
Why not? We'll just leave. The X.
No, you
noises for
should have
now.
left the boss explosion sheet.
Since this is the first time going through, they're not active.
Oh, boo.
Okay.
Hey,
Big
Capsule,
jump.
maybe you'll get Pump Man. Oh, wait.
Oh. Hi,
Oh my
Wily.
I was not expecting this. Oh, I get
Ah, they're doing them in the Mega Man 5 for Game Boy gimmick.
it. Alright, that's cool.
That is pretty
Except
neat.
this seems a lot less annoying.
he's dropping little mines. I think 2 more times will do it. Jeez. Sweet. Okay, that was really neat. I like that a lot. Duplicate. Okay, let's check out the varied commentary, because yeah, I see all kind of score here. Alright, so I guess I'll start. As far as a typical cave level goes, this might be just one of the strongest. I can't say super unique, admittedly. The aesthetic is pretty much just a standard old cave, besides the random, almost out of place splash of purple, and the level score gimmicks are things I've seen several times before. However, it's been synced in a way that results in an entertaining level nonetheless. Oh wait, what's this? Okay. One of the level's strength is the sheer versatility of it to its core gimmick. The simplicity of the rock blocks means they can be used in a lot of ways, and oh boy does this place deliver on that potential. Rocks as regular obstacle, rock dispensers, belts that carry rocks, rocks on spikes, and throw them all together near the end for one big splash. It also works wonders for the difficulty curve, giving the level a consistent growth without ever going overboard. The jet ski was also appreciated. While it definitely came out of nowhere, it was easily the most distinctive part of the level and made great use of rocks and rock thrown alike. Speaking of rock thrown, the enemies were a treat. Ukapeli proved an excellent obstacle in the conveyor section, not like the rock throws encountered in the spike section. Carry by itself was alright, but it truly shined whenever it was combined with Dun Catch. Something about debris flying everywhere while you fight a wobbly minecart makes things so much more fun. Sadly, both Thunderal and Jumbig fell off. Jumbig was an alright enemy, but the first encounter is definitely trickier due to the tighter quarters. As for Thunderal, it was basically useless. The most noteworthy Thunderal is one I managed to kill by accident, just because of the "wait, what did I just kill" moment. Despite a couple of duds in the enemy set, the rest of the level's design is pretty freaking strong. I'm especially surprised at how effective Ironman and Stoneman are as mini-bosses, although the boss left a bit to be desired. Really? I thought it was pretty cool. Given the required method to hit him and the use of aim missile, this swelly drill machine felt an awful lot like the Brain Crusher 2.0. Brain Crusher? I don't remember that one. Additionally, the third Alabel felt significantly more annoying to land compared to the ones after it, even on repeats, which made the fight drag a little. Still, outside of those issues, the drill machine is a decent climax, and as a whole, the level was well built. I agree, that was pretty fun. I mean, we haven't even played Solitaire today.
There's no more Solitaire because there's
this
no
is
Pumpman.
a perfectly average level. It's one of those stages where outside of one or two things, there's not really anything noteworthy going on with it, both in terms of good and bad aspects. I don't know, again, a surprise with the jet ski section at the end. If anything, this level's biggest crime is just being a bit bland. I mostly blame this on the difficulty curve, or rather the lack thereof. The platforming and room enemy layouts are adequate, nothing amazing but nothing terrible either, while the gimmick usage is about on par as well. It stays like this throughout almost the entire stage, which in turn makes a lot of the rooms feel interchangeable. That said, there were two parts of the level that did stick out to me in some way. The first being one of the conveyor belt falling rock segment midway through the stage, mostly because it's one of the only parts that has a completely different background from the rest of the level. It's quite nice looking too. A shame it doesn't get used more often, because the level could have really done with some aesthetic variety. The other one, of course, is the wave bike section. It wasn't necessarily easier or harder than the rest of the level, but at the very least it did mix things up a bit. Which in turn brings us to the boss, which plays out someone like the wild machine from Megaman 5 on the Game Boy, at least in the way you damage it. Similar to the stage itself, this isn't necessarily a bad fight, but I did find it rather easy. But it's definitely trickier to avoid the missiles and sparks once the machine gets closer. The time bomb explosion also become easier to land as a result. At least that's how I felt by the time the fight ended. Like I said, this is a very average stage, through and through. That said, I could definitely see being a lot better if the stage was broken up with more interesting moments like the wave bike segment. Bachi.
In a minute.
Wait, I got this one.
I'm
Shit.
sorry. Or
Somewhere aground an under variant.
sorry, boss.
The fuck did I just read? Somewhere aground an under variant.
The level's called Somewhere Underground.
Yeah, I see that. Alright stage, rather generic theming with kind of predictable enemy and gimmick choices. It also feels like it's missing one thing to make it complete. Maybe it could have used one more gimmick in conjunction with the roadblocks. The designs aren't bad, but I like the part where you shoot the rocks, but not too much to make your way over the spikes. It gets rather hectic, especially with the part with all the conveyors and rock dispensers. Interesting to have the past Robot Masters as mini-bosses, but as they can be easily shredded with Buster Spam, they kind of become very non-threatening. The most engaging part of the wave bike segment, is the wave bike segment at the end. I like the reaction-based obstacles, except that one part near the end where I keep getting tricked into falling to the rock in the spike pit to proceed, but it's a mere dead end.
I got that by that as well.
The fight at the end is quite creative, changing a wild machine battle into one where you ride a wave bike through the whole battle. Though it could become hard to time and dodge the lightning balls and missiles at the same time due to reduced maneuverability on the wave bike.
Flashman. But still not there.
Steel, that's your cue.
I'm not available to read right now, sorry.
Oh shit.
Please leave a message after the beep beep.
I'll read it.
I know. I'll read it because I can't. Because I showed it. Okay. There's a certain familiarity about this level. It reminds me of Drill Man, Flame Mammoth, Guts Man's... Guts Man's Asteroid, and even Joe's. Mostly the out-of-reach laser trident block, which is obnoxiously obvious. Familiar is fine as long as the level sufficiently blends old and new to create a unique experience, and I think this level is modestly successful in that regard. A strong aesthetic identity is a great start. Organic architecture, polished tile work, and richly detailed background landscapes give the level a sense of place and professionalism. Although the lyrics of the song it's covering are of dubious of dubious blah blah blah, the main music sets a distinctive tone and
Segway is correct.
Segues nicely into the boss theme. Good designs sets this level apart further. It's fair, focused, considerate, and free of so many issues I'm tired of complaining about in this contest. Gee, I wonder what. If you want complaints, I can bring up one.
Complaints.
We're tired of reading these reviews. We just want to get to the action. If you want complaints, I can bring up one or two barely
This is the action!
Yeah. Barely.
Yippee!
We could be reading fanfiction instead. I can bring up one or two barely noteworthy glitches. A disappointingly easily first token, balanced by a satisfyingly challenging final token, and how too much animation / motion makes the gorgeous waterfall cavern a bit disorienting. But you probably don't want complaints, so let me compliment the Capcom quality boss fight and the cute escape scene that follows. Realistically, there is only one thing restraining the uniqueness of this experience, and it's the slow progression to what's new and exciting about the level. For every screen where you're using falling rocks to build platforms, dodging attacks from multiple angles, watching your aim on a wave bike turn dirt bike, or gleefully railing on moderately difficult man. Wisely demoted from hard man thanks to a lack of invincibility frames, though I don't know why you want to call him hard man because sexual innuendos.
I mean, it was called hard man in Megaman 3, but whatever.
Yeah.
There are two screens where you keep your distance and tackle one obstacle at a time. As with Dr. Light's long-winded dialogue, the level is weighed down with more content that really realistically needs to get its point across. I can forgive that though. Engrossing atmosphere and thoughtful challenges? Sign me up.
And Ace Spark. This is a lot I want to review. It does a lot of things technically correct, and those deserve praise. There is a nice rising challenge, and while I think this is a very difficult level, good checkpoint placement softens the frustration factor. The two rooms inspired by Mercury's stage in 5 Game Boy were just really well designed. The 5 tokens were There were only 4. 5 tokens were enjoyable to get as well. The level has, in my opinion, one of the better wave bike segments in the contest. These are really easy to screw up, but the difficulty here is nailed. I also thought it looked very pretty. The tile set is well chosen, and that purple cavern segment is just gorgeous. Finally, the Wily Drill is a very cool concept for a boss. It's a nice interpretation of the mechanic from the Wily Machine in 5 Game Boy, but it gets very claustrophobic by the end of the fight. Ridiculously tough to avoid his missiles during the last few hits. I can see some players struggling with the bomb timing to this fight. Timing is awkward, resulting in a boss that's difficult to even damage. I consider all the above positives, but something about this level saps my enjoyment. The further you get into the stage, the more you start seeing familiar setups. There are often filler rooms that have just enemies, and the combinations start getting stale. I consider using Robot Masters as mid-boss to be the worst design decision you made. They serve as a very definition of filler, and neither Hardman nor Stoneman do much other than pad out the stage. I also really dislike the music. It's well composed, yet repetitive and monotonous. It loops so quickly, looping so quickly really highlights how long this level is. As such a basic stage concept and theme, I think this really needed some trimming. It was too long for its own good and had just one segment too many.
Did he even mention the boss?
Yeah, he did. He did mention the Wily Drill. But,
it was like 4 sentences. It was like 4 words.
My dude!
Oh, it's my dude!
But yeah,
My dude!
That section was really nice, but yeah, the level was a little bit on the long side, but honestly, I kind of breezed through most of the challenges there. The only reason I died is because I missed the token and I had to go back, but honestly, this wasn't too bad.
Didn't you also fall for a trap?
Aha! I forgot what I was going to say. Ah, don't you hate it.
Mood.
Power plants, hardly a hunter's domain. But just as forests are littered with ancient home, modern cities will one day become ruins. That time comes and must face even greater foes. I shall be prepared. I've been practicing stalking in factories, nuclear homes, and funeral homes. What?
What?
Get to the
What the
chopper!
That's the name of a level. Wait a second. Nowhere yet
Nowhere.
everywhere when the world may
Everywhere
loop
where
by
the world may loop.
Juiceman Jimmy. Score 68.20, 64, 63, 78, 71, 65. Not as polarizing as other
69, 0 out of 10.
stage, at least.
Ooh.
Welcome,
1 elementary tokens, let's do this.
welcome to PanAnning
no.
Play Loop Hero.
I
Maybe.
don't like the fact that we have this song.
I don't like the fact that we are dealing with a dragon.
There's
I
nothing
love
wrong
Ike,
with
man.
dealing with the dragon.
That's a Let's Player. The dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
actually
everyone-
one I follow quite a bit. He started playing this game actually. Wait, did I just do 69 damage with that charge shot? Yes. Why?
That has to be on purpose.
It has to
Nice.
be. Oh my god.
Father, may I have some loop? Oh my god.
Um.
Oh. Oh, we're
okay.
looping.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
It is a loop.
Doctor, can I get some bullshit, please?
Help! I don't understand. 69. What is that? 69.
I need scissors. 61.
Help!
I need scissors. 69.
Oh no,
And the
no,
thing too
Jack
is that
George.
if you didn't have the visual of the damage value, you wouldn't even know that this does 69 damage. Okay, is this force
I'm just
utility
gonna-
or are we looping? Place your
I'm gonna
bets
chalk it
now.
up to just being an Easter
Looping.
egg.
We're looping.
Yep.
Why do they think they call it in the world may loop?
Here we go, loop-de-lie. Here we go, loop-de-loo. With only
What?
2 enemies in sight.
Watching a dragon and sliding is fucking me up.
Hmm.
I've
That's
never
why I'm
seen a
trying not to
dragon-
look.
He hunches over a lot.
Jump, jump, slide, slide.
Dragon
jump,
sliding just looks
slide,
weird,
slide.
man.
Jump, jump,
Jump, jump, slide, slide, jump, jump, die, die.
I mean, the die joke was done in Megaman 2, so oh bye then.
Goodbye.
Oh, so okay.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Now, this is.
Don't
Oh.
worry, it loops.
I've been told by multiple sources that this loops.
Of course you didn't jump.
But also, this is messing with my brain. Send help.
Wait, does this dragon have wings? Wow, this is bullshit.
Dragons don't
Decorative only.
fly with wings, they fly with magic!
Oh, dropped your shishi! Oh.
You hate to see it.
Man,
You love to see it.
that
I do hate to
jump
see it
is
because they're not
kind of
supposed
rough.
to be Yashichis dropping from enemies. Come on. Get your head in the game.
They've, to be fair, they've essentially make it that it's like getting a freaking shiny. It's rare as shit.
So they shouldn't be dropping at all because it's you.
That honestly, they were supposed to be able to be dropped in Megaman 2. I have never seen one drop, so this is my first time. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
this is.
I
You gotta
can't
be
believe
careful
you
with the
found a
shots.
shiny Chatot.
God,
Shiny
I fucking
burp.
wish.
Shiny burb is a shiny burb.
Okay, you're looping, right? Oh my
There you
god.
go.
Here we go, Luke. Here we go, Luke.
Hey, give
It's a
this
shiny
pal.
burb.
This level has like 3 enemies in it.
Okay.
How do you get to that?
Oh.
Cheating.
Oh, I love cheating.
Wait, so
No.
I've got Rush
Jet.
Jet. Okay. Interesting.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, poo-poo.
Why would you...
Bon Jovi, boo poo.
What?
Bonjour.
I am so confused now.
Bon Jovi, everyone.
Well, you got a diamond. You should be happy now.
Perfect sense to me.
Well, the map has
Oh
something.
my goodness. Man, having only Jet and not Coil is kind of weird.
An attempt
Steel, what are you
prevent-
trying to say?
An attempt to prevent you from cheesing these sections, I'm guessing.
Ah, that loops too.
This is throwing my brain for a fucking
Guessing
loop.
this is where we're going.
Oh.
What the fuck are you? Probably Challenger from the future.
It's a-
future.
Oh god.
It was a refrigerator on tank treads.
No, wait, keep falling. Turn that into a GIF.
I'm gonna take a sip.
I've been falling for 30 minutes!
Still falling! I can't believe Rome Mithril.
What? It's an achievement? Amazing!
I love it. I love it.
But also, I can't believe Rome Mithril was Ridley this whole time.
Okay, the final one is coming up.
Still falling!
Okay, let's
So his real name is Ridley Mithril, right?
Poupou, qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Be right back.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm using Rush Jet. Fuck it. And okay, we're dying.
Whoa, still falling! What? What the hell was that? Was that teleport?
I mean, he's a dragon. He doesn't teleport in. Gotta enter somehow.
Was it always like that?
For him, yes.
Huh. Okay.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, this one. I'm bunking Opie now, even if he's not here.
He always deserves it. D-Tank, goddamn.
Okay. No.
Oh. Almost. Probably could have picked a better song, though. One, this song gives people PTSD, and two,
Jesus Christ.
it's kind of boring when you get down to it.
Yeah, if you're gonna use this song, you gotta traumatize people with Jump Jump Slide Slide. It's part of the contract.
Yes. Without Jump Jump Slide Slide, this song is nothing.
Too fast. Too fast. Okay.
I think this might be why you were given Jet.
I'm hoping so. Yeah, that's useful. Okay, thanks for playing.
What, no fighting, no boss, no nothing? That's bullshit.
Now we have a boss.
Oh, this thing again. I've
Ugh.
seen this fucker too many times. I remember when we thought he was rare.
Ow, poo-poo, no!
Bad time, poo-poo! Bad time!
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo
Oh,
just
wait.
killed us.
Alright.
Why is there a door on the other side, though? I don't know. We'll never find out. I
Just
guess.
formality?
And I don't care either.
Okay, before getting to the judge commentary, a bird
Do we
needs to
have
go
to
to
read
sleep.
it every time?
Yes, it's part
Why?
of the contest.
Oh, I hate it. Fucking judges and you must read the commentary if you want to
Just
play your game.
download the game and read the fucking judges!
Exactly. Nobody's here for
Or
bedtime
pause the
stories.
video.
Oh wait, this is Twitch. It's live. I don't care.
Pause the
I'm sorry. I'm
VOD.
just grouchy. Pause the VOD.
But then it'll skip over a few seconds. I'm not even gonna... America.
Look, I just have my issues. That's all. I just have my issues.
Oh, so Luna,
What's up?
feast thine ears.
Kill me.
I have no idea what just happened, but that was okay.
Okay, I came back to Steel saying kill me. What happened?
This.
I
Oh,
still don't see anything wrong with it.
Fuck you.
I really don't know why.
All right.
Let me ask, Luna, do you have cats or a dog or something?
All right, I'm gonna delete that from my soundboard.
No!
Oh.
What the hell are you doing?
I don't get it.
No, go. You feel free to keep using it. I'm still gonna react like that, but I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, but it's like cursed.
I know. That's why you need to keep using it.
You need to keep using it, and when I make Curse Star, you know exactly
You know you gotta play that when Pan gets back.
what to play when I show it to people.
Play what?
Oh, hello, Pan.
You
Oh,
just got a star.
Oh, that one. Yeah, he played it at the start of the stream.
Oh,
Alright, who wants to read Mick?
I'll be Mick.
Sure, go for it.
Ye goodness! What is the point of having such a long name? If you can help it, you really should avoid having gigantic nameplates. It just makes it harder to talk about your level unless everyone uses the name or shortens it. Like Win the World My Loop or NYEWTWML. Or perhaps it's just something deliberately dumb, a la the Chuck Maddox damage counter. Nice. But either way, I wouldn't advise it. Ridiculous
shut
name
up
aside.
and get on with it.
Ridiculous name aside, this is an interesting level. It doesn't look like much at first, being a generic space station with soft, mildly menacing music, but it quickly revealed itself to be one of the more cerebral platformers in its contest, and it makes itself work. The combination of maze warps and switches lends themselves to a confusing but surprisingly understandable puzzle. The auto-scroll is also great, and I love the first token factors into the intro, teaching the player through reward. The enemy set is similarly effective, or Fatal and Waltriot, that sounds like a Pokemon, don't stand out much. Fujin gets a lot of use as an out-of-reach target, and the Chop Magnets here, while I wish they looked different from the norm to avoid confusion, are probably the least annoying in the game, they make a solid obstacle. In the end, the level's biggest weakness with me is the aforementioned aesthetic. While the music is pretty good for thinking, the visual design is extremely boring, draining a lot of fun from the place if you aren't a puzzle person. Beyond that, I really don't think this level needed a boss. The last auto-scroll felt like a perfect conclusion. Hunter A feels like they're just there to have a boss. I'm well aware that Megaman has boss fights. I struggle to name a classic Megaman level that doesn't have some kind of boss, but sometimes the formula does actually work against you, and if that's the case for your level, don't try to force it. Overall, this was a fascinating level. I can't say it's super amazing, but what it's got just fine. Just a couple of kinks to iron out, really.
Yeah, one thing I will say is I'm glad the warping is not Yggdrasil level, because that would have been really bad. Shinryu. I have to admit that I'm not too keen on screen wrapping gimmicks, mainly because half the time I see it, it's used to create finicky and confusing maze-like setups. For what it's worth though, this stage mostly manages to avoid falling into that pitfall, both by being linear and by having some genuinely well put together segments. I think the strongest aspect of this level is how the screen wrapping is used in tandem with enemy placement. One moment in particular that stuck out to me was the Fat Tool, that you need to fight twice after flipping a switch and looping to the top of the screen. This is also one of the rare levels where I found Fujin was actually somewhat threatening, thanks to how they're placed. It's clear that it was a lot of thought put into these segments, with the final lead up to the boss having a nice culmination of all the level's previous aspects. I'd say the only section I didn't like as much was the strange loop near the second token, where you need to hit a switch, then immediately backtrack from the token room in order to progress. That part felt a little off compared to the rest of the stage's clear-cut progression, but thankfully that's the only time it deviates in such a way. All in all, that's about all I can think to mention with this stage actually. Maybe it's just me, but even with the aspects mentioned before, this level feels strangely empty at times. I think it's a combination of the aesthetics and the fact that there's only 4 enemy types. Not to mention, the switches are the only other gimmicks here beside the screen wrapping. All things considered, this averages out to be in a pretty decent level. Bachi.
Here, where? There! A creative level with fried chicken in my mouth.
Okay.
With the screen wrapping. If you can wrap your head around all the wrapping or warping going on. Definitely a trippy one, but it's much easier to understand with layout. Understand the layout once you treat them as soft reset points. I can definitely applaud the fact that the rules of the stage remain consistent throughout. A screen edge is always a transition point. It is never a death pit. Switch states are global. You can always rely on toggling a state to reach a different end goal and for a looping section. Even if one ever chose a wrong path, it is never straight up dead end. The level conveniently warps you back to where you need to be. The tokens are also hidden in plain sight. Just the matter of finding the right path to reach them is the main challenge. One problem I find is that some of the jumps may be a little unnecessarily tight and precise. It's never a huge setback for failure, but it still could get a bit uncomfortable sometimes. The boss is a little unfitting with the whole theming, but I suppose it is also abstract enough to fit, sort of. It's inoffensive enough anyways.
What were you about to say, IceTwister?
Oh no, I was asking, was this sponsored by Popeyes? You were pausing every single sentence. It was great.
I mean, he's eating, so...
I actually am eating Popeyes.
Oh wow, I nailed it then. Perfect. All right.
Okay,
I'll
Flashman.
Get out of my house!
I'll be Flashman.
Okay.
All right.
I was concerned about the inclusion of the maze warp gimmick in the dev kit. Any asset can be a problem in the wrong hands, but I think some uniquely terrible scenarios involving players being teleported to who knows where without necessarily noticing. Fortunately, this level handles screen looping, though ironically not music looping, with finesse. Unfortunately, the very nature of the level is headache-inducing. I applaud the level for immediately establishing that it's going for it to be a brain bender, and for sticking with a limited number of enemies and gimmicks that have an interesting potential here. Aside from too many long, precise jumps, the challenges are pretty tame in isolation. What makes them interesting, and what makes the mini-boss and boss a little underwhelming by comparison, is how they catch the player off balance thanks to the maze warping. I am impressed that in the midst of all these twists and turns, there's a steady learning curve and always ample time to react to the latest surprise. What makes the whole thing headache-inducing is the unpredictability of where and how things will loop. Whether the edge of the screen is a maze warp, a regular screen transition, or solid wall is, as far as I can tell, something you can only discover through trial and error. Graphical cues are more consistent rules. E.g., if the left edge always looped around to the right edge, that wouldn't have been beneficial. It doesn't help that Rush Jet allows you to skip the whole challenge, disrupting the level's deliberate and logical flow. That's why I can't enjoy this level as much as I want, and why I think this level may be a problem for anyone less puzzle inclined and more easily disoriented than I am. It's solidly constructed. English. It is solidly constructed with a decent atmosphere and good ideas, but it starts to hurt after only a few minutes. Also, hi, Opie.
Oh, hey.
Hello,
Hey,
Opie.
Spark.
Oh, well, you know what?
Puzzle
what
stages are
noise your
difficult
buster needs
to
make?
create. Make things too obscure and you risk severe frustration, especially when they start to make use of moon logic, effectively playing a guessing game of the developer's intentions. This stage goes the opposite route. As a puzzle level, it doesn't really click. At no point did I feel my brain engaged at puzzle mentality, and all solutions get stumbled onto a bit too intuitively and naturally. This results in a fairly low energy stage where the only real risk of confusion is when you die and you try to figure out where you got placed and what the state of the red-blue blocks is gonna be. As a result, the core gimmicks didn't really engage with me due to how basic the setups are. I mean, the real answer about the red and blue blocks is over lava with Pump Man, but that's beside the point. There's a highlights though. The portion where you are required to go back on yourself once is fun, and the tell is obvious enough that something has happened. Rush Jet being enabled as a safety net is appreciated. This helps lessen the long and often punishing checkpoints a tad, but they do end up irritating due to the slow, repetitive nature of the level. Thankfully, thought is put into many areas where he can fail due to pits, and at least sometimes the player doesn't just instantly die due to missing the jump to platforms. Actually, I'm wondering if the N auto-scroll was... Oh no, that's right, it was mostly spikes, never mind. That said, I think it's still a fairly well-designed stage in terms of Megaman gameplay. The few auto-scroller segments provide a reasonable challenge, and I appreciate the enemy placement, with the turning enemies from the Wonder Swan game, called Chuck Magnet in the engine, being especially well positioned, taking into consideration that I spend 50% of the time immune to damage. I welcome the new boss room for Hunter, Megaman 4 Game Boy boss. It being slightly modified does have a fairly good impact on how it fights. The general aesthetic also lands for me. I think this is a nice looking stage and the tile work is absolutely solid. I usually criticize stages that use box standard Wily music, with many trying to make a Wily theme level and only channeling the more generic of stages, but this track fits the mood and the stage has a real identity to it.
I say it should have used the anger theme from Mega Man 10. I love that one.
Sadly, no one actually mentioned the fact that Charge Shot dealt 69 damage to those enemies, but anyways...
They must have had the damage counter off.
I think there was a
Probably.
reference to I think there was a reference to it saying someone had an interesting number for full charge amount.
Oh yeah.
It was.
I think it was either Mick or Shinryu.
No, it was the first one.
Okay, so there
Oh,
was
I
someone
read
that
it.
mentioned that.
Oh, what did I miss?
Man, this tournament is grueling. I finally appreciate what you've gone through with fighting Dr. Wily all these years. Being blindsided by flying enemies and crushed by blocks and launched into spite. I never wish that on anyone.
Fire your Buster.
Also having the dealing with
That's
fan
what you
art.
missed.
Okay.
Play that.
Guitar Man by Miss Vin with a score of 69 on the dot. Nice. 66,
Yay!
73,
Alright, we
72,
found the best level,
63,
guys.
71.
We're done.
it up,
The
we're
game.
done.
And wow, except
the
for
series is
aesthetic
fucking
for
over,
Nick,
hooray.
all the scores
this
are
is the
over
end.
10.
We're done. We're done. We're done with this
Three
shit.
tokens. Let's go.
We're done with this shit. We're done.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You're.
The fucking Vine Boom.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, I see. It's a guitar string.
I'm pretty.
You gotta strum the guitar.
And I heard the Taco Bell bell.
I can appreciate it.
And not only are we making a good Mega Man, we're actually getting sponsorships.
This song sounds very fucking familiar.
But you have to really strum it just to go through.
I can't recall where this song, but I know I heard it before. It's like it's from one of the games I had as a kid.
Oh, it just disappeared.
All I can say is it's some kind of NES game. Which totally narrows it down, let me tell you.
It's, let's see. It's Tubin. It's obviously Tubin.
No,
It's
Tubin.
over triangle.
And you have to like,
Cuban?
tune it just right.
To me,
That
it sounds
was
like
kind of interesting.
to me, it sounds more like it came from Shatterhand. But it doesn't, because
Fucking
I know
Vine
all,
Boom.
because I know all the
Shatterhand
tracks.
was SNES, wasn't it?
No, NES.
Oh, really?
Yeah, made by Jellico, I think.
Oh.
No, this is Xenophobe. I know it.
I got it. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Ah. Okay, let's wait for the.
Just don't
string
say
to go back
Toho.
to normal.
Just don't say Toho.
I got it.
I'm
It's
good.
it's from Toho 8.
You son of a bitch. I told you not to say that.
It's from Toho Club.
Oh, club.
I thought that was an Opie thing, not a
Oh.
Steel thing. What the fuck is this?
Look,
Okay,
we've been
interesting.
playing a lot of Mario 64 ROM hacks, and some of them have a lot of Toho music.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Oh.
A god-awful crazy amount.
Okay.
The god
Yes.
awful crazy amount is how long the bloody titles are.
No, actually, one of the titles might be a god-awful crazy amount.
Okay, to the left we go.
You're not wrong.
Now, that's a gimmick I like.
Oh boy. Okay, so we gotta go from the bottom here. But not too much.
Like that.
Started from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now I'm there.
Oh, ways back here.
I like the drum roll before you fire.
Oh, where's
That-
Yoshi?
No, that drum roll sounds like it came straight from Mario RPG.
Where's Yoshi?
Yeah, where's
No,
Yoshi?
it does.
No, it's
It's Mallow's Psychopath.
Psychopath.
it's the booster curtain minigame.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Also the kissing cutscene.
Yeah, now that you say that, I hear it in everything now. Great.
Oh boy. Okay, and now to
Nope,
go
it's not
back.
here.
And now to go where
can
no man
hear
has gone
too.
before.
I hate you
Nope,
all.
it's not here, boss.
Okay.
Of course you can't find it. You idiots couldn't find water if you were fish.
Oh, look at that booster line.
He's one of the best characters.
Yes.
He's like, what if Wario was a man-child?
So what's a party?
Ah.
Drink, punch, and eat cake. A drink, punch, and eat cake
Like,
sounds
what if
complicated.
Wario was a rich, reclusive man-child?
Well, considering our interpretation of him from our the Wario Land 2 stream, I risk my case.
I mean, no, because in that case, Wario's just a Karen. Booster is not a Karen, as far as I know.
Booster is life,
look, it's
Booster is
an
love.
Oh shit,
Love
we have an audience, yeah.
Oh! Hello, chat.
We have an audience? What do you mean, an audience?
Look at the bottom of the screen.
I gotta look at the...
Let's see, there's one of those fire guys, one of those totem pole guys from, I think, Megaman 10, Skull
Oh,
Joe.
I thought you were
There's
talking about the
Pirate
stream in
Man.
general.
No.
Oh,
I'm
the
sorry.
game. Chill
Poor
Man!
Pan.
Look, it's Chill Man.
Yeah, chill, man.
I'm waiting for a Duck McWhalen
that
cameo.
was a
Where
tight
the
jump.
Well, no one
the hell
cares
is-
about Doug McWhalen.
Except for me, I
us.
give a damn.
We're trying to change that.
No, we are. I'm just upset that I'm just upset
We
the
just
people.
get him modded into Super Mario 64 and Mega Man X Dive.
Hey,
I will personally volunteer to do the voice in both cases. You don't even have to pay me.
just pay me in Doritos.
I'd take Doritos as payment.
Okay. Which kind? Important question.
Nacho cheese or Cool Ranch?
Just nacho cheese. Alright.
Good choices.
That'll do,
Good
Ted.
choices.
That'll do.
Doug,
No.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a tight jump there. There you go.
Ooh, this is gonna be tough.
Okay.
Oh, just there.
That was not super easy.
It seems like a pretty good stage, though.
It
Yeah.
does.
I love the aesthetic.
It's got some good gimmicks, yeah.
I'm actually wondering if there's a boss weapon for. I didn't see my
Oh, no.
HP. I wasn't looking.
Did that just loop?
Yeah, you
Sure, we gotta
teleported
do-
in there.
Shit, we gotta do this again.
Okay, the checkpoints could be better.
oh, there's the Taco
That
Bell.
might
the-
honestly
the-
be the reason why it's not higher.
Taco Bell.
You should only play the sound effect if you play Mega Man on Tuesdays.
Tuesday's
it's
tomorrow.
Yep.
We'll call this Mag Mammal Monday.
Mm-hmm. Until it's all
Yeah,
done,
why
then
aren't
what?
you playing this on Mondays instead? It writes itself. Mag Mammal Monday.
That's pretty good thought there.
You can't go wrong with alliteration.
It's this Mag Mammal Monday, Taco Tuesday, Fisher Price Firehouse Rescue Fridays. Oh yeah.
Okay, got to do this
I
job
don't know
again.
I don't know what would go with Teve on for Yakuza though.
Tubin. No.
No. What does that have to do with Yakuza?
Cuban Tuesdays.
Nothing. I just wanted to say Tubin Tuesdays.
No.
Tubin Tuesday.
No. Tubin doesn't deserve a Tuesday.
Oh no! I think there's something on the left there though.
and if you really want to torture yourself, how about a Kari Warrior Sunday?
Oh shit!
No thanks.
Careful. There we go.
Oh my.
Dear.
More of this.
This
Welcome
is
to it.
fun.
Welcome to it. This is a thing.
Oh no! Why did I put that there?
What did you do?
Look, it's my wife. She has lovely legs.
Wait.
Okay.
Where's this at?
At least you
multi-channel
gotta go,
commentary.
but you're gonna have to do the whole thing again.
Okay, well I got the token, so at least I don't have to
Look
worry
at
about
her
that
strut.
part.
Isn't she lovely?
She's beautiful! Oh, she's beautiful!
Where did you post this
multi-people
at?
Commentary.
Okay, hang on.
What in the hell is that?
Jesus Christ.
What?
It's my wife. Isn't she lovely? She's got legs for days. She didn't skip leg day.
Skip leg day.
I
You
wish
only
I
wanted-
could see, but right now I can't.
You only wanted her because she had legs.
Holy shit! She's
Now,
beautiful!
who else is gonna go grocery shopping on land?
Jesus
Do you
Christ.
have any idea how hard it is to move around when you're this top heavy on land?
You know how hard it is to actually find a woman with, like,
You know how hard it is for us in our advanced stage
yeah.
to move.
Fancy.
Oh my god, I can't remember what there was something about
I'm guessing
whales
that's
and
guitar, man.
Guitar man,
Come
indeed.
on.
And we'll
Ice
at
wall.
least attempt one run of Buster only.
Pyrotechnics.
Peace.
oh, you want to save it? Yes, I
You
can.
got hit by the sound bars, dude.
There's something to be said about you killing this guy with the vine boom.
Hey,
Or the top.
Oh,
Or
those
the
notes
Taco
also
Bell.
drop stuff. Pretty interesting stage. Even if it was a little easy, I did enjoy the boss. There's a striking resemblance to a certain popular idol group. Megaman 7.
But it is not Pop Man, who cares?
It's not.
God, no, you're
it's not
here.
even Duck McWhalen's wife, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, take a look at multi-people.
Which I'm calling Hilda, unless you have a better name.
So she's the female protagonist of Pokemon Black and White.
Yes.
Welma.
Duff McWilma.
Duff McWelma!
Drop heavy.
don't think Wilma.
What the
Wilma.
flippity flop? That is cursed.
First, it's true.
It's my wife. Don't talk about my woman like that.
Okay, you know what?
God damn.
Before we go for the judge commentary, I gotta know, was there a Guitarman alternate weapon?
Listen, we don't talk about the wife, or else she goes and kills everybody.
Yes,
That's just
there
how it
is.
works.
Yes,
Hero
there is.
guitar.
And it replaces Trident.
Just
Nobody
say
like.
music. Singing music.
Oh wow, look at your body. It keeps changing colors.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is cool.
Yeah, baby. Oh, the notes are different too.
Yeah.
Alright, time to load up Parsec
Tied
and play co-op.
543
523
times.
times.
Beep, beep.
Co-op what? My internet kind of.
Time to load up Parsec and co-op this shit.
I mean, I'm thinking that's possible.
Of what game? My internet.
This.
decided to
Level
cut out.
3.
Oh.
I don't know if there is online co-op or if it's all
I have no idea what this entails.
You know,
I forgot about that.
yes, the dragon, quote-unquote dragon
Yeah,
executor.
the dragon coconut tree.
Beautiful.
Alright.
Alright, let's check out the judge commentary for Guitar Man, which honestly I thought was a pretty enjoyable stage. Who wants to read Mick?
Guitar Man.
I'll do Mick again. All right.
Oh, I mean, I'm here now.
Well, okay. All right.
He can take over my spot. My voice is tired.
I know I don't want to read, but whatever.
Well, okay, go for it.
Nobody wants to read. It's stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna read this. All right. Honestly, I have no idea.
Oh, you
what...
son of a
Please
bitch.
don't do that.
You son of a bitch.
Well, I got Luna to call me a son of a bitch. I have one today. All right.
You fucking
Honestly.
ass.
Okay, honestly, I have no idea what to make of this stage. The gimmick design is alright, the yellow strings are very distinctive, and they get a lot of excellent use, including token challenges, which is a plus. Likewise with the gray platform gimmick, although the constant small hops can be a bit awkward, I saw that. On enemies, Tone Doll is a bit more useful than usual, and I like how Soshi Breaker gets some spotlight. But conversely, Bladers are about as annoying as ever, assuming they're not being used for target practice. What throws me off about all this is, I'm not sure what all this has to do with guitars.
Fuck you, that's what.
Guitar strings, duh.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. Not with the gimmicks. The string platforms are obviously guitar strings. Okay, and I'm guessing the gray platforms are to reference the stops near the bottom of the guitars. I admit this theme is a massive blind spot for me, Google. My confusion is more the enemies. Megaman games, particularly the more recent ones, will staff their RM stages with plenty of thematic goons, and I have no idea what block crushing and small helicopters have to do with a rock concert. Everything. The lack of themed enemies, combined with somewhat weird gimmicks, throws the aesthetic into complete disarray, which combines with the odd-sounding theme song to make the whole level feel off to me. Still, the level's decent enough that I don't dislike it, just that it feels weird. My only other issue is Guitar Man himself. His attacks are alright, and he has the clear theming I wish this level had. However, he's also laughably easy compared to everything else. That was true. It's almost an anticlimax. I appreciate that he's not backbreakingly hard, but he seriously needs a tune-up.
Oh,
I do have to agree. The fact I was able to Buster duel him with not even being at full HP when I got to the boss, yeah, it was kind of easy, to be fair.
Yeah, it was.
Shinryu.
I gotta go silent for a bit. I'll be back in a while.
That's fine.
okay.
It's kind of rough around the edges, but for what it's worth, I think this is a really neat level with some fun concepts. The main draw of this stage is the guitar string platform gimmick. A platform that you can pass through based on how high you jump off is a concept I haven't really seen before in this contest. I guess the closest thing to them would be the rainbow coil platform from Ringman's stage, but even then, these function is a much more unique way that opens up a ton of possibilities for platforming segments. They get used to nice effect with the M block gimmick as well, which, while not as creative as the guitar string, still offers some nice timing-based challenges throughout the level. Overall, there's some really nice and well thought out gimmick and enemy synergy here. Granted, there's a bit of waiting involved for a lot of these segments, but you won't be stuck standing around in one spot for too long if you observe and time things right with the M blocks. The only time I ever had an issue with this was when I died while trying to get out of the final token room, which just so happens to be near the boss. Dying there sends me back a whole 2 hours worth of those M-block centric rooms. Redoing those isn't the worst thing ever, but it still makes me think that one token room could have been placed in a better spot. I feel like an extra checkpoint maybe could have been better, but anyways. That aside, I didn't have many other issues with the stage itself. If I had to nitpick though, the general clarity of the level can be a bit rough at first, what with the M blocks overlapping things, including a ladder at one point. Trying to focus down them and enemies at the same time can be daunting at first, but it's all still doable once you get the hang of it. Lastly, there's Guitar Man himself. For as good as his stage is, he's not exactly an engaging boss fight, unfortunately. In fact, he's downright easy, mostly thanks to him being slow to attack, his guitar hero beams being relatively ineffective, and that his music notes projectile can actually drop items, including health pickups and extra lives. Yeah, I did find a little energy pickup at the end there. Besides that last fumble with the boss though, I still enjoy a lot of what this level had to offer. Overall, nice work. Pachi!
Archie!
That's mega.
Let's Mega! I really adore the look of this stage, made to look like a performance stage of sorts. I especially like that you start out at the backstage area and make your way to the front stage itself, with audiences to boot and everything. It is incredibly charming. Can't say I'm much of a fan of the music, though. It feels a little too dispassionate. As far as level design for a musical-themed stage, the custom gimmicks don't seem all that much music-oriented. I guess it'd have to be a bit... I can't talk! I guess it'd have been a bit too predictable. The string platforms, are pretty unique with how they becomes intangible depending on your jump height. Even if the nature of the gimmick isn't very apparent at first. They are incorporated in the level design pretty well regardless, with some unique challenges coming from their odd platform behavior. The snake-like disappearing blocks, can get a bit tricky to time and get yourself at the right level. I think they could have been made to stay in place for a little longer so you can adjust falling into the block below without waiting for another cycle. Poor Guitar Man, though. He doesn't seem to be really built for combat, and it shows. The color laser attacks, you almost have to try to get hit by them because the spots they're gonna land aren't placed to be threatening enough. And at most, only 2 of them are relevant. His musical notes also drop health and ammo pickups occasionally, making his overall low damage output even more sad.
Flashman.
I'm always a little disappointed when a level with great potential only realizes part of it, and when a few bad parts outweigh a multitude of good parts. Let's talk theming. I don't think the term underground scene was meant to be taken. Sorry. Yeah. Alright. Sorry about that. Meant to be taken so literally in the first half. But the second half looks great, and the evidence is tremendously charming. I just wish they cheered or jeered at the outcome of the boss fight. Guitar strings and frets make for clever gimmicks. But the sound effect of the former and the slightly dizzying look of the latter don't necessarily communicate for what they are. I expected at least one music-themed enemy, even settle for Berserker, axe being slang for guitar, and music is fine, but something like an 8-bit color of Blaze Heatniks from Mega Man 6 would have been better. Let's talk challenges. Totally appropriate introductions to new concepts, yet too many screens where it's not clear what to do. Like sliding under a block that's almost completely obscured by a curtain, or hitting a dead end and falling down a hole that looks like a bottomless pit. Item placement is good. Choice of item, not much. Individual challenges can use finesse, but do a good job of combining elements in interesting ways. Spikes and Soshi Breaker pair especially well with the frets and strings. However, difficulty progression is uneven, and that leaves me feeling like I haven't truly mastered the gimmicks. This amplifies the pain of a few outrageously precise screens, e.g. the last token. The level ends on a high note with an easy but solid boss fight, as with other custom graphics. Guitar Man looks very professional, with more polish and retooling in a few key elements. You could convince me that this was a Capcom level.
And Ace Park. This is a stage that I can objectively say I think it's well designed, and I genuinely think it explored its mechanics. It's interesting. And for the first half, said mechanics were introduced well, and even iterated on. It does not take long to start building up to more complex setups, and most of the token rooms are a welcome test of skill. Despite having no new enemies or reskinned enemies, they do the job, although the less I could do with seeing Blader, the better. It's quite the pass when they're trying to trigger the guitar string. And the end level The level ends on finally combining its stage hazards all in one testing pot of skill. But I think the wire wore out its welcome. It's oftentimes awkward to get the jump height right when it asks more of you. I don't think this is even a hard stage, but you do start mumbling to yourself, "Get down there, damn it!" Especially when combined with the rising blocks, which I prefer. I think is the gimmick I prefer, because for such a deceptively simple gimmick, the rising boxes continue to iterate. I don't think you could have explored these more if you tried. Honestly, solid work there. As stated, the first few token rooms were nice diversion, but the heart token was way too fiddly and annoying to get for its own good. Doable, but given how easy it is to screw up here, getting sent back to the checkpoint stings a bit. The graphics are alright here, it all works if a bit oddly drawn in spots, and the rock texture looks particularly flat. I really appreciate all the musical apparatus though. Details like that really sell the level and its theme as do the crowd and curtains. That said, the latter really do not mix well with the rising box gimmick, blocking your view. Even if it could have done with a pinch of animation here and there, the level does feel like Guitarman's level and has a secure identity. That makes on Guitarman himself. The attacks are certainly flavorful and he's got a rad design, but he's a slow boss. Not for you to kill, mind, but I think his attack ends up so easy to dodge that his slow speed means he never even remotely threatens your life bar. Oh well, it's not a bad fight, but it was a good deal easier than his level. If this level was way less fiddly to get around, I probably would have enjoyed myself more, and I wish I did, but I just didn't enjoy large segments of the stage. But maybe this is down to you, your mileage may vary sort of thing. Still, the effort's there. I mean, there were some platforming challenges that were a bit annoying in this stage, but overall I did enjoy my experience, and I mean, we got this out of it, so I'm okay with that. Oh, hi, Windman.
Windman.
Why does they make me cool off these platforms? Why do they need cooling? What do they even do? I need a brake suit. I'll be in one of the simulations if you need me. Sorry to blow you off. Okay, oh, back with the Shinryu low scores. Explosives Factory by Marge Jenkar. Scores 69.20.
What the fuck, Shinryu?
77, 42, 75, 87, 65.
It's like the Simon Cowell of friggin' judges.
One element, 4 tokens.
I always
Let's
thought
do
it was
this.
A-Spark that was the Simon.
Hey, this is a song that
they
came
usually
back
work
from
in
Magma
tandem.
Hole 2. Current date, November 25th, 2018. There's a madman somewhere in this factory and he intends to determinate. Blow up the whole place. Why must explodey things be threatened by other explodey things?
You mean detonate, you dummy?
He's a big ass dummy.
That's no way to talk about Opie.
No, I'm not. Taco Bell!
Workers Journal, 18 of October 18. I'm noticing an increased number of crates filled with trinitrotoluene.
Trinitro-Man?
Whatever. Scattered throughout the factory. This makes me nervous. I mean, TNT is a fairly stable explosive. Won't explode from shock like nitroglycerin or dynamite. Still, it doesn't seem like a good idea to have so much of it out in the open.
Taco Bell!
Okay, just a quick slide. Okay. No, we've got TNT boxes. That is token 1.
Hilda, why are you
Okay,
so
there is
beautiful?
nothing actually blocked off.
Oh,
Workers' Journal,
Hilda.
25th of October. Today the union reps went around marking our security traps with warning signs. Something about OSHA regulation. That's going to satisfy them. I know OSHA's probably less concerned about the lack of signage and more about the fact that they're death traps. Like lava and spikes. Workers' Journal, 1st of November. The CEO is unreasonable. He says we have to go through all our bombs and change the proximity triggers on them. I swear, if we paid attention to everything he said to do, we'd never get anything done around here.
We say the same thing about the judge's commentary.
Oh boy. Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
The I do notice the little indicators there of where they're going to explode. So there is that.
The pits are also labeled Sonic Generation style.
Yeah. Okay. Another day, another death trap. With this one, me and several workers were told to dig a wide hole as deep as we could. Days like this, working on death traps is truly the pits.
That vine boom was perfect.
I'm just gonna do that.
Hell yeah, breaking the game.
Okay. Hi there. Hi, Crashman.
Kill
You found my dev room. Good job. So yeah, I'm the one who created this stage. It's my first time creating any platforming stage, with the exception of one that I created for VVV long ago. As a result, I went for a relatively modest design. Didn't seem like a good idea to overreach on my first level. Balls? Those are here for you. You'll go towards something nice from the shop, I'm sure. Make sure to play the other stages in this contest. There are some really good ones out there.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm guessing
it is
either
Rush Jet
Shiryu
1
really
music.
hated the dev room because of that commentary, or he was one of the people who reacted very negatively
You are, you
to the
sucker.
revelation, the reveal of Blast Man from Mega Man Maker.
Hope you're having a blast with these contest stage.
Har,
Oh,
har, har.
probably not a blast in the face.
Hard.
Okay, mini boss. Hi there, Penguin Man.
Penguin Man.
Considering what you just said, I feel the bong sound is appropriate.
No, I'm not in the mood. No.
I mean, I can just do this.
That too. Nope.
I'm just watching Ant-Man get his taco destroyed.
Oh, jeez. November 15. Today I'm working conveyor maintenance and cleaning. Of course, they never shut these things off so we can get them cleaned safely. OSHA gets wind of this, they give our managers and safety officers a good belting. I do like the way the bombs are indicated. Seriously, those are nice. I'm also glad that whenever there's a token, it's actually a checkpoint. Okay, think fast. Very nice. Somehow first tried it. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see.
You really need the W tank.
I mean, I have to pass this way anyways. I definitely don't need the W tank though. Yeah. Okay, we've got a key, which we actually do need.
How nice of them to give you a health refill right there.
Journal 22 of November. This is getting to be too much. They can't pay me enough to get me to risk life and limb on a regular basis like this. Start a new job in 1 week. I'll turn in my resignation then. I hope nothing disastrous happens before then. Okay, more bombs. At least they only seem to spawn once.
Dr. MJ. I can't believe you're going up against Michael Jordan.
Sorry,
You
couldn't
switch from
meet you in
basketballs to
person. I'm
bombs.
busy getting all the other workers evacuated. If you find my journal by the worker... Wait, what journals? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, as usual, I'll try it once Buster only. I bomb man. Welcome to the center of the mother of all big boom booms. Oh man, you're the one behind this. Why? Also, yeah, blue balling bomb man, the Elecman music.
Just Winnipeg
It's
blue
not
blue
bomb
bombers.
man,
Fuck
not
off.
anymore. You know, face blue bomber man. Oh man, you know there's only one blue bomber. Whatever, dude, you gotta know. I'm not the bomb man you fought before. I'm nimbler, tougher, and I've got a few new tricks up my sleeve.
Not
Talking
fucking-
with
Here I
Barney.
come. Ugh.
Look out, it's the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Watch out. Kill him, he's from Winnipeg. Quick, kill him.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Well, that was the stage. Detonate, no.
Detonate.
Alright, well, I'm curious to see what Shinryu didn't like about this. Honestly, it was kind of average. Well, let's see. Mick.
For a level that relies so heavily on overused gimmicks, this was remarkably fun. Explosive Factory makes excellent use of count bombs and conveyor belts alike, taking two common concepts and making some really fun scenarios. The killer bullets and bombs make excellent seasoning for the concepts, combining really well with the level design. Top it off with a lot of charm, and we have the recipe for a lovely level. A new recipe.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Normally, this would be where the butt goes, but I don't have much of a butt this time. I has no ass. The communications guy is amusing. I had so much fun reading Journal Guy's rants about poor workplace conditions, and while OSHA rightfully has a problem with all the death traps, I adored the fact that none of them relied on cheap shots to kill me, barring one early bomb. Every death felt like it was my fault, which is key for player enjoyment. For that matter, there are so many checkpoints here that you rarely lose much progress, and I absolutely support that. Considering how precise some of the tokens can get, these checkpoints go a long way to prevent frustration. If I were to name one big issue it would be the non-respawning enemies. Neither the walking bomb nor the red penguin show up enough. The latter, especially considering the Emperor Penguin mid-boss. You'd think penguins would be prominent when they've got a King Mook in the level. The bosses themselves are fine, Emperor Penguin was an excellent mini-challenge, and Blue Bomberman breathed fresh air into the old Mega Man 1 bot, making the fight surprisingly frantic with his new mid-air toss and the odd triple bomb. Just overall, this was a fun experience. Can't call it a top of the line, as without the charming dialogue it absolutely suffers from relying on overused gimmicks, but much like how Rock Force's Deathman made an alienating concept fun, it's still alienating. I say this did the best it could with the ideas it started with.
Shinryu, I can't get but the impression that you were inspired by Combustman's level from the previous contest, not just because it uses the same music, but the way it plays out reminds me of it quite a bit as well. Whether the similarities are intended or not, I found this stage lacking for roughly the same reason that Combustman fell short. It plays things overly safe and doesn't do much with its gimmick. Count bombs, and by extension conveyor belts, aren't exactly the most exciting hazards on their own, so to have them laid out in mostly basic configurations just end up hurting the stage. There are a few exceptions to this, such as the segments leading to tokens, and everything including the pass the key room was a step up compared to what came before it. Unfortunately, by the time the level is actually doing more interesting things with its gimmicks, it's already starting to end. The other, but definitely most notable part of the level would be the mini-boss and end-boss. King Pen, while he has a fun design, goes down incredibly quick and isn't much of a threat on his own. As for Blue Bomberman, while I appreciate these small tweaks to make this fight feel a bit different, I don't think it was enough to fully distinguish him. Maybe it would be if used that desperate attack, where he throws 3 bombs at the same time more often, but he only seemed to do this once through the entire fight. He did it twice for me. It feels like a wasted opportunity that could have made the boss fight more interesting, but sure has a bit of a disappointing ending to a mostly lukewarm stage. Bachi.
Achi!
Firebomb! I was expecting more vitriol. Combustman, as the stage music is a bit peculiar, certainly a weird choice, homage, whatever may be the case here. In hindsight, it's probably just free Mega Man style music to use that I'm not aware of. The stage consists of the count bombs and Mega Man 1 pit bombs as its gimmicks. Surprisingly, it works super well. I really like how they are used here. I'm always a fan of the count bombs being used in more puzzle-like situations. The warning indicators at where they are going to detonate is also nice for the Mega Man 1 up and downs, which definitely helps narrow the chance of unfair deaths they are most infamous for. I really like the mini-boss sprite. Behold, the Emperor Penguin of the Bomb Egg Kingdom. That is a great way to make the penguin enemies look less out of place in a setting like this. The generous checkpoint placements are really appreciated here, well placed for the token rooms, where the player is expected to die at least a few times. Bombman has an upgrade, but he's still fairly easy, largely fighting the same with only a slight occasion of doing an attack where he throws 3 bombs at once, which is easy to react to. Maybe if he would have thrown more bombs per throw in general, then it would have been more impactful difficulty increase.
Perhaps. Flashman, who has the highest score on this stage?
Like a tasty multi-layered dessert, this level is a snack of individually good things to harmonize the form of something nuanced and delicious. It's the kind of dessert I would eat until I explode, which would be fine because checkpoints are everywhere. The layers are as follows. Fun, well-developed story that caters to my sense of humor. Clean, appealing graphics that seamlessly smash together into different tile sets and add some lovely new sprites. Fitting, enjoyable soundtrack because Mega Man boss dialogue vamp is a nice touch. You focus assortment of enemies and gimmicks that work well together. Challenges whose mild puzzle elements and a sense of purpose outweigh my usual preference for less conventional count bomb and conveyor setups. Buttery smooth learning curve. Thoughtful difficulty progression, graduating from lava and spikes to pits, awesome. Some tricky tokens that allow special weapon intervention, but encourage the honest way. Clear consideration for the player, from properly labeled pits to plentiful power-ups, varied texture, and sensible layout. I greatly appreciate seeing spikes below bottomless pits. Fair and thematically appropriate boss fight, perfect length and pacing, flawless construction, like a good food simile describing a level about ordnance. I recognize that I really don't mind mind that the experience is not perfectly harmonious. When given the option, lower path is always choose tame. Shoot this grenade, will ya? Emperor Pepe is a pet pushover. More health and slowly advancing toward the player would be fantastic. Rush wrecks the whole sections. Bad dog. Final stretch could be a smidge spicier. The dialogue on the last two screens falls a little flat for me, and it's a bummer to sit through the boss dialogue again in a rematch. Speedrun tactics reveal this level's weak points, but they don't take away from the planning, execution, humor, and polish that make it a blast.
And a spark. It can be a tendency for level designer to keep going past the point of fun, but instead make a long sprawling stage. This level is not one of them, and ends when the player expects it to. However, the Bombman fight was so underwhelming. Even with a few new attacks, he just didn't live up to his self-imposed promise. Was that the point? Was that the joke? Because it didn't land. This was worse than nothing being there, really. I don't know, it was fine, I guess. In fact, throughout the stage, the dialogue only detracted from the experience. I guess he had a different experience in Flashman then in that regard, as it completely broke any sort of flow the level had. Only use dialogue when the level requires it. This isn't up to the same level as Candy Panic in Megaman 2, promising an original fight only for Metalman to turn up in a sweet theme land, but it also doesn't learn that stage's mistakes either. First half of the stage does not provide much challenge or interest with the count bombs used as their bare minimum. Enemy placement was fairly messy and hardly noticeable, barring the bomb bomb fatally blindsiding the player. Overall, very forgettable. Things improve in the second half, with several well-thought-out compound challenges, although I am not convinced the conveyor belts added much to the level, particularly in the final room. Checkpoints in this half were particularly well placed, both before and after slow rooms. It's not always about the physical length between checkpoints, as this is the time it takes to get between them, and this shows that even 2 rooms can be a long enough period. Good stuff. The token overalls were good, and the checkpoints in the side rooms were appreciated. These were somewhat hard challenges, there was never any frustration. The mini-boss was simple but fun. It should really have been the boss of the stage as well, in place of the unchanged Bomb Man. I hate to mention it again, but Bombman really was the low point of the stage. Creating a more interesting room for your mini-boss would have been a much nicer experience to end the level with. Overall, it's a pretty promising start to stage design. This stage on average was alright, I guess. It definitely could have done more. I did enjoy the big penguin. That was the highlight of the stage for me.
It's fucking verb.
Entry over there, Explosives Factory, based on a true story where, of course, it wasn't really that dramatic. You weren't there, of course. The place got shut down. People love making big explosive stories out of workplace incident scandal like that. Makes it feel more individual, like there's a supervillain you can boo at. Of course, real life's not like that, but it's far easier to think that way than to handle reality. Fun simulation. Okay, I did get my E-Tank back. I see you there, Fuse Man. Okay, stage 39 with Western... Oh my goodness.
Oh my god!
By Spirit Magnus. Score 69.40. 78, 48, 72, 65, 84. Wow, A-Spark really liked this one. Let's see why. 1 element and 5 tokens.
Another 48 score.
What a dick.
Okay.
What a dick, what a dick.
Greetings, people who check left at the start of the stage. This stage is the second one I built for this contest. The first one was scrap.
No
However,
shit,
I did
eh?
finish the boss of the scrap stage, so I decided to include it as a bonus.
Really?
Hi, Megaman.
Careful, you better not fuck with him. Why is he shooting missiles?
Good question. Oh boy.
Why does he have a sword? Why is he a missile?
I have no idea. Oh,
What?
You being a dick.
I mean, I'm starting to see why the original stage was crap now. Oh, we're on a train.
oh my God! It's Turtles in Time.
What, the music?
Yeah. This is the train stage in Turtles in Time.
Oh my god, it is. That's amazing.
Yeah.
If only that was a Ninja Turtle costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't it be Donatello with a gun?
That's yeah. What a
Oh.
Hey everybody, it's Taco Man. Yay!
No, this
Taco
isn't
Man.
Magma World 2. There's no Taco Man here.
Taco Man, do not deny me,
His song
Taco
was in the
Man.
game.
I know it is.
Taco Man, you can't deny me, my Taco Man.
Hello?
Oh, do you have to build a bridge?
Oh, do I have to lead him there?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh no.
okay.
Okay, I can see why Shinryu gave this low score.
Yeah, you have to be quick. Oh.
Taco Man.
Ah, Well, there's a checkpoint nearby, so you know what? I think if I have to die, I'll just die.
You already got
can
the
come back now.
checkpoint. Yeah, you already have the checkpoint.
You can come
Hello?
back now.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yes.
Okay. Interesting puzzle.
We're so close to victory.
Okay, so these things block
Shield.
all bullets, not just mine, but the enemies as well. Yeah. Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Oh, this is
Yeah.
death. Okay.
Oh, you were low
Oh,
health
you didn't
anyways.
notice the bullets. Hey. Hey.
Hey, you! Listen!
Hey.
Oh, I see. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, you! Listen!
No, it's part of the song.
I know, every time I hear that, I just think of fucking Link, okay?
Link doesn't say, hey, listen. Link can't even
No.
talk. He just goes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean, though. Fucking-
Another one of these. What is this?
Start on me.
Ah.
You have to like you have to break it on the spikes, yeah.
Man.
Oh, these guys are annoying.
Nah,
Can you blow them away?
nah. Fuck off,
was about to
please.
say, yeah, there
Thank
you go. Alright. Oh no! Ah! Oh, you got it.
Thank you.
Nice.
This one was a little bit annoying.
Just in time.
Goes through me every time.
Goes through me every time. It'll keep your face from getting any uglier.
Hello, Met Tomahawk Man.
And the music. Tomahawk Met.
It's playing Tomahawk's theme. Tomahawk.
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Nice. More puzzles. Okay. Oh, we have to make it explode with the bomb. Okay.
Wait, how do I? Oh, I think I know, but ugh.
Yeah, it's like these puzzles are something else. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, what? Oh,
Damn it.
What a great game.
oh no! Let it go. Let it go back. Yeah, there you go. And then you carry it up. There you go. There we go. And then it drops on that one. One more.
Okay.
There we go. Nice.
Ah,
Oh,
Jesus
yeah, careful,
Christ.
careful. One hit, one hit, one hit. Get it! Yes!
Okay, checkpoint.
Checkpoint, thankfully. Might as well take the intentional death or something. We're doing 1 HP run.
1 HP in a dream.
Oh,
Nope.
one.
1
Run
HP in a
over.
whoop 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 whoop.
I actually need the root to help me
1
here.
HP and a womp womp womp.
Not that kind of womp womp.
I know.
Did you just say
If
womp
only-
womp?
No, not that kind either. The kind that goes wink, wink, wink.
Okay. And oh my,
Whoa.
momentum.
Oh. Music. Kill him with music. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, go.
Hey,
put the token at the highest point of this train station. You may take it if you can withstand my wind.
Over that ladder, yeah.
Now,
okay.
Hey.
Suddenly, Windman. Why'd you get rid of the cool music for this shit? At least use more Ninja Turtle music.
yeah, sorry, Windman, not dealing with you.
Oh, back to the music.
There it is.
Oh, back to our regularly scheduled music.
tremendous damage boost.
Yeah, there was a... Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
Ah, Jesus.
Hidden ladder.
Mm.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
There you go.
Also invisible. Okay, invisible ladder. I can see why Shinryu gave this.
I hope I place decently high.
I hope I win.
And there is why Shinryu gave it the low score. This.
Fun fact 1. This level has a fun facts room. Fun fact 2. The first version of Bullet Absorber was able to soft lock player during break dash and erase rush out of existence. Oh jeez. Fun fact 3. Blue question mark cans and bullet streams aren't actually new custom objects. They are existing enemies gimmick with their creation code change. Also, bullet streams and their spawners are different objects that I had to align in the room editor. Note to self, never do this again. Fact 4. Some bosses in the stage are based off existing bosses from other Megaman series. Can you name them? Well, one of them was clearly Tomahawk Man.
And Windman.
Fun fact 5. The room after third mini-boss had more minor adjustment than any other room in this stage. Adjustment included increasing weight of the platform, moving bullet streams, making platforms uneven, calibrating speed of bullet absorbers, changing health of Colton back and forth, adding and removing reflect blocks, etc. Fun fact 6. When I started making the stage, seesaw platforms were very broken. Only after 3 dev kit updates was able to properly place this to my level. And what's over here? Okay, those are the special tests. Oh my!
Oh, what the hell? Charge Man and Tomahawk Man. Why?
But are they both working on the same live bar? Interesting.
It's unique, yeah.
That also means Charge Man is ineffectual.
Nice.
Very strange stage, I kind of enjoyed it. I'll talk to you in a bit, to Fuse Man. Yeah. Once again, it's a case of I'm curious what Shinryu thought.
Cowboys,
There's
trains,
Mick.
and more. Yeah, this feels like a Western railway. I gotta give props for the aesthetic theming. It does an excellent job capturing the feel it's going for, and it doesn't rely on super fancy graphics to do it. The other thing this does well is the implementation of its asset. Colton and Bombier make excellent enemies in the latter half, although that Colton before the second mid-boss is a huge hassle. But really, it's the seesaws that are the highlight. They work extremely well with the bullet bowl, on top of getting exactly the sort of challenge variety and difficulty curve that make a balanced level. On the less impressive note, Sandstorm is used well, but it seems to vanish entirely just around the halfway point, leaving it a touch underused. And the Met trains are usually good, but when we have infinitely respawning trains with a puzzle, it can become a hassle. Quick tip, they don't automatically face you. The other thing in this level has its boss fights. So many boss fights. The PP is a fun first mini-boss. Oh, mid-boss. And consider its airtime, I appreciate how much damage it takes. Tomahawk Met was a satisfying fight, although Tomahawk Man's stage theme doesn't fit the boss fight. The Train Bros are a simple yet effective opponent, and their strict pattern avoids any color coding issues. The team up of Tomahawk Man and Charge Man is a wonderful climax, with just the right amount of variety and challenge. Finally, Magnet Missile Man was an entertaining extra boss, and I see that Star Force inspiration.
Okay, I've never played Star Force for that, so
Magnet
that's why I
Missile
don't get it.
I get it.
As a whole, this is excellent. Maybe a bit too precise in some spots, but it's otherwise pretty fun. The only other hiccups are with tokens. Magnet Missile Man is great, and I really enjoyed the puzzle spin on the stage's concept. But the Windman token was easily the least amount of fun I had in the entire level. It had very little to do with the stage itself, and stringing it all together felt royally awkward. If only one thing were to be changed, I advise taking this out. The rest of the level is great though, and I imagine it will place high regardless.
Oh, tier 12, it's fine, I guess. This is a level that, admittedly, I wasn't too sure about at first. I like some of the ideas on display here, but the execution on them definitely could have used more polish. One of the most glaring issues with the stage is the number of mini-bosses. I'll commend you for making each of them feel unique, and they're generally easy enough to learn your first time through. But it doesn't exactly distract from the sheer amount of them. It gets to the point where it feels like they're there just to extend the stage's runtime. It's kind of a shame since some of them, mainly the edited Magnet Man, are genuinely pretty fun to fight. As I said, there's just way too many of them crammed into this one stage. As for the platforming segments, I found they range from mostly fine to somewhat disorienting. I put the blame for this squarely on the graphics for the bullet spawners and the hazard blockers. Something about them just looks wrong, especially in the case of the blockers. I personally would have picked something that stood out a little bit better against the Thailand background. It's unfortunate since the level does a lot more with the Blademan seesaw gimmick than most other stages would. I'd honestly go as far to argue that this is the most creative use of said gimmick in the whole contest. It's just that some of the sections involving them can get a bit frustrating, given how often you can get knocked off them, coupled with the very short reset timers on most of the seesaws as well. As for anything else of note, the tokens in this stage are mostly fine, with the exception of the last one. While it's definitely possible to get it without weapons, the Windman token can be so annoying that I honestly don't think it's worth doing the intended way. Thankfully, the stage ends on a slightly higher note with the end boss, or rather bosses. The Tomahawk and Chargeman duo they fight takes a bit of time to get used to, but once you get the hang of their attacks and know how to space them, it becomes a really entertaining fight. I'd say it's definitely the best showcase of a duo fight in all these entries. That said, I wish I could enjoy the stage as much as I did the end bosses. There's some solid ideas here, but in its current state I found most of this level more disorienting than anything, and subparts such as with the Windman token just downright frustrating. Yeah, to be fair, all of these contest levels were made like 6 years ago, so I can kind of imagine that this creator actually went to make fan games and such since then, unless they made before that, but I don't know. I'm just reading what's from chat. Pachi!
It's high noon!
With broken glasses.
I like the concept here, the bullet dispenser and the shot absorbing thingies. But man, the time required to get some of the maneuvers can get pretty precise and unforgiving. It definitely had dampened my overall enjoyment of the stage, don't get me wrong. They are well utilized in creative ways, definitely giving the stage a very unique identity. Maybe if the bullets weren't fired as frequently as they are, it wouldn't feel as restrictive in the way you have to fit through the narrow gaps between the barrages. The token rooms are also very finicky to tackle, all having to deal with the seesaw platforms, used in some of the most ambitious but also very unfriendly ways, such as escorting an enemy with them while it keeps bumping on you and shooting you, requiring to jump on them while it's retracting, otherwise redoing a whole puzzle. Strict time requirements of jumping back and forth of the platform while having to do tricky jumps and dodging bullets with timing, you get the idea. Loud ambient wind, in contrast with the actual stage music, is very quiet. Audio mixing, I enjoy music choice, and he's very energetic and catchy. It's from Turtles in Time, bro. Don't you know you're Ninja Turtles? Bosses are pretty neat and creative too, if not a bit punishing on the damage side. At least the checkpoints are plentiful in this, especially the end boss with Chargeman and Tomahawk Man teaming up. Definitely a fun take on the boss fights.
Flashman.
I want to so badly love this level. The concept, theming, soundtrack, gameplay focus, and challenge ideas are so very good, but the execution is so very messy. I can forgive any minor oversights and oddities, e.g., collision object quibbles with the Magnet Man path, an exploit where you can save keys for later, tornado blow piercing the train's mini boss shield. The main issue is clarity. Put more space between the new gimmicks so that players have a chance to understand what each one individually before proceeding. Introduce Colton before using its bullets as a hazard. Show players how to destroy the container sooner. Use the simpler background graphics whenever players need to pay full attention to a complex challenge. Streamline the architecture so that players more naturally go where you want them to. In retrospect, this level is full of terrifically clever challenges that make excellent use of the assets at hand, especially the token challenges and bullet barrier challenges, but the interior areas are so cluttered, and the horizontal seesaw sections so complicated and lengthy that it's seldom clear without extensive trial and error of what you're supposed to do, or if you're working towards doing what you're actually doing. It doesn't help that later challenges are so precise that special weapons, which rob the challenges of their character, seem like the only feasible solution. That's a shame, because the other aspects of the level are fantastic, innovative, and well executed. Mini boss fights shake up the gameplay at all times. The pacing overall is just right, with appropriate checkpoints. The tile work, independent of their other clutter, is beautiful. The howling wind is used to good effect, and I love the jumping onto a moving train shtick. This level got derailed on its way to greatness. All it needs to get back on track is some editing. Also, fucking train puns. Good lord.
Yep. And a spark. This is a really solid, creative level overall. From the very start, the level is very atmospheric. The significant focus on Western element really brings it together incredibly well. The addition of areas without music feels very artistic, and having it before the end boss really builds tension. I really like the bullet barrier gimmick as it interacts with the player, enemies, and other gimmicks on the stage. Megaman games don't always have gimmicks interact with each other, but this felt particularly natural. It also kept getting used in new ways while rarely repeating ideas. The bullet streams were good on-team replacement for instant death spike and allow you to pull off some clever segments. The complaint I do have with this gimmick is that I do wish the actual graphic for them were easier to parse, as it's really too easy to lose track of what's going on given their size. They look more like a stage detail rather than an asset that's worth paying attention to. On that note, I'd say overall graphically, it was well put together, but there were a couple of rooms where the background was too busy to properly understand what was going on, particularly the first time you see the seesaw and shield. The seesaw was probably used to the best of its ability, but it's a natural awkward gimmick, especially when used with enemies and time puzzle. You often had to take damage to complete puzzles within a reasonable time frame. Each token puzzles was in theory a very nice idea, but they often felt a little messy to pull off. The one exception was Windman, since he did not deal damage. You had to complete control over movement rather than dealing with hit stun. I liked every boss. I think he could have dropped one of the first two, probably the bird. it felt unnecessary to have quite so many of them. That said, they were all pretty good, especially as every boss in the stage had such good tells prior to attacks. My initial impression of the final boss was that it was quite chaotic, but on a second playthrough, it clicked and became a very satisfying conclusion. Magnet Magus exists as is fun, but it doesn't help contribute to the sheer numbers game, really. Despite a few messy segments, this was a really well put together level, and I would like to see what you do next. Additional 2022 comment. Holy crap, okay, yeah, you're going places, mate. Okay, that's probably where that comment comes from with the he's made a few fan games.
Yep.
I'm curious what are said fan games now, but I'll look later, maybe. Anyways, overall, this level was kind of charming. I do like the train team. Kinda not a fan of the bullet blocker gimmick, personally. I felt like it was a bit too overused, maybe? There was some segments with the goddamn Blademan seesaw, which, a reminder, I hate that gimmick, that I really could have done without. Anyways, Fuse man, we made you wait long enough. Are you interested in current events? My pet rabbit, what, has gone off the grid. Oh, man. Not ready to call off the surge, though. My patient, he always come charging back to me.
We banish this man to the Shadow Realm.
Okay, number 38, Secluded Terminal. Score is 69.60. 60, 65, 59, 83, 81. Wow, Pachi's the lowest score this time. 1 element, 3 tokens. Okay. I like the music. I think those are from Megaman 5 Game Boy, but I could be wrong. Those are definitely from 5 Game Boy. These guys are also from 5 Game Boy. I think we've got a 5 Game Boy team here. Which I'm okay with. I like that game.
Of course, you do.
This background is from 4 Game Boy.
Yep, Okay, I don't know if the lasers are instant death, and let's not find out. Let's go.
Alright.
Okay. Okay, that's nothing. Oh boy, okay. Okay, bye.
Fun bones, yo.
I still don't know if the lasers are instant dead or not, and I'd rather not find out.
I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. Zap.
God, that thing is so loud.
Oh, the zap, yeah.
It's like that loud ass alarm from that one hacking game that Dan played at one time. The one that goes. Wah, 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 wah. All right, who ordered Taco Bell?
Okay.
Think outside the bun. Gotcha. Fucking Taco Bell.
You wish to
Oh, okay, it's the semi-charged shot that does the Taco Bell noise.
Oh,
And then the vine boom is the full. And then the bonk. So good. One more.
Okay, this one goes down. Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
Not dealing with you. You?
Okay.
Okay, easy enough to get out of here. Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
I might never find out if the lasers are instant death, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I see how it's gonna be there. I'm missing a token, but I guess we're not at the end yet.
No, you're not. There's more.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
wait, there's more.
Yeah, get down there, buddy.
Okay,
Oh,
it's
it's one of
damage
those.
overtime.
Just chips away.
Okay, well at least it's not instant death. I'm okay with that.
Gotcha.
Again, these ones come at the frequent enough thing that you can just jump for it. Ugh. Bit uncomfortable, that one. Okay, got another one of these.
Oh! You gotta work your way up. There you go.
Nice way of making these guys obstacles, though.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's a bit misaligned, but I guess there's not much you can do considering how that other room is. That came a little too late.
That's all I
Did
call
not have enough height. Unfortunate. Ah, jeez.
Oh, you were on it too. Oh,
Ah!
you were on it.
My brain was recalculating because I thought I didn't make the jump. Damn it, brain. Thankfully, the checkpoint is not too far from it, but you know. That enemy, though, is annoying. Okay, and this is the problematic spot.
There you go.
Okay.
Get rid of the loudness.
Yeah. Just making sure. Oh,
man.
boy.
Yep, take damage, let's go. Still a long ways to go. The longest corridor I've ever seen.
X6 meme would like to have a word.
Gee.
Slide off the platform. There you go.
There we go.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
that's it.
It still amazes me that there's still some levels that have no bosses. But I'll take it.
Alright.
Alright, we got a capsule, which is a duplicate. Another one, which is also a duplicate.
Damn.
All fish.
Alright.
Who cares anymore? There's no pump man.
No pump.
Oh, here's Mech.
Huh, heavy Game Boy vibes here. It is an interesting decision. I rather like the enemy set here. It's more unique, skewing many of the typical opponents for Game Boy enemies like Farabi, Farabarbri, I think that's it, and Boostin. That works to the level's advantage, given the unique setups. I don't always come across with the sections like the token rooms. Secluded Terminal definitely puts these enemies to work. As for the gimmicks, I appreciate the use of the CFTF girders.
Challenger from the future.
Oh,
God damn it.
damn it. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
We can never get away from that game.
There's such a simple yet highly elegant concept. And they provide just enough variety that the level rarely repeats challenges despite its length, and a lot of what's presented here is genuinely unique. Unfortunately, the length is one of this place's biggest issues. This is a rather long level, and the variety I mentioned still isn't enough to sustain it. The gameplay isn't bad. Well, some challenges can get a little awkward, such as the second mid-boss or accessing the final token. The only outright design problem is there's not enough checkpoints. However, the vast majority runs together in my head, and not enough individual moments stand out. The visual design is a big part of this. It has no issues from a functional perspective, but the whole metallic design feels sterile, and it bogs down in the level. If the space station visuals are a core component, perhaps I suggest a few more outside sections. That would offer a bit more visual variety. Also, a boss door with no boss. That was an anticlimax through. Thankfully, the final stretch before was good enough to end the level anyway. Still, this place was fun enough. It might not stick in my head well, and it certainly overstates itself a bit, but I can't say it was a bad level either. A respectable job, I say.
Shinryu. I'm not sure why, but I get the feeling you like some of the lesser known Megaman enemies and gimmicks. Jokes aside, this was a pretty decent stage. It certainly tries to do all it can with the Dangan platforms. Oh, that's what that was from, okay. Utilizing them in ways that almost always keep the players on their toes. The enemy placement also complements the platforming sections really well, as they always feel a decent enough threat without feeling too overwhelming, barring one major exception that I'll get to shortly. The only real downside to all this is the some of these segments start to feel a bit repetitive after a while, and the journeys feel like they're covering the same challenges with few differences. While this definitely isn't the case for every part of the stage, I was still getting a bit worn out by how similar a lot of the segments felt after a while, specifically towards the end of the level. Aside from that, the only other major issue I have here is with the second mini-boss. Simply put, the Dangan platforms really don't mesh well with the twin shooter. It turns an otherwise normal fight into a very hectic one, especially if you're doing things Buster only. I also take issues with there not being a checkpoint directly after this. While there is one a few rooms away, it's still possible to mess up and die before that, thus forcing you to redo the twin shooter battle again. Oh jeez. Beyond these issues, however, I don't really have any other complaints with this level. It's a really decent, if somewhat repetitive experience. Bachi.
Secluded echo chamber of loud music! Pretty average usage as far as the scrolling vertical platform gimmick goes. It's not bad. But something about the stage just doesn't vibe with me. Maybe it's due to the enemy choices that are somewhat obnoxious to deal with. It seems the platforms are a bit wonky, where they become non-solid near the edges, so my character just falls through unannounced. It was most noticeable during the final section. There were long stretches of instant death hazards with no checkpoints in between. The stage isn't so long that it becomes a prominent problem, but it still doesn't hurt to give the player a little mercy. I like the third token design where you avoid the stomper enemies while the platforms carry you up. That was at least a pretty neat interaction between the stage gimmick and the enemy. The animation in the tile sets is fine looking, it makes the stage look pretty lively and mechanical. I just wish the music wasn't so loud. Somewhat disappointing there's no boss, but the stage was already difficult as it is. You could say that it is its own boss, I suppose?
Flashbang.
Oh,
but still not. Okay, there we go.
This level is a little slow to start, but once it gets going, it gets one thoroughly crafted death trap after another. Creativity abounds with a core group of assets being used to their fullest potential to marginally flesh out I'm English. Creativity abound. This level is slow to start, but once it gets going, it's one thoroughly crafted death trap after another. Creativity abounds with a core group of assets being used to their fullest potential, marvelously fresh and challenging ways. Girder timing and object placement are impeccable, and there's always ample opportunity to assess the situation before proceeding. The music, so silently abrasive to me, sets an appropriate pace for the gameplay. The tile work is polished and appealing, but there's a bit of visual clutter among all the moving parts. I might have changed the depth of the platforms so they travel behind the floors and ceilings. It seems I have quibbles about a handful of screams, like how Tamp interferes with laser introduction, how entrance, yeah. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading today.
Your time.
Like how Tamp interferes with later, how the entrance to the excellent third token room should be more suspicious, and how the second mini-boss room is problematic depending on how you enter and exit. But overall, the design is tight. I appreciate the tricky challenges, dropping down a shaft after the girder has passed, racing across a line of girders heading toward a laser, and hopping across multiple girder streams with lasers on top and bottom. On a first playthrough favoring the Buster, I was ready to declare this one of my favorite levels in the contest, but on a replay favoring special weapons, I began to see the flaws. It turns out that Laser Trident, Ice Wall, and Rush Jet negate the difficulty entirely, no longer focused on the richness of the challenges. I noticed just how long the level is how far apart the checkpoints are, and how scarce the power-ups are. An unfortunate trifecta that would have ruined a lesser level. Happily, this is a good level. Good enough that it doesn't even need a boss. But because the final stretch is as satisfying as a boss fight. That's a difficult feat.
And a spark. If we want to know how much the loss of a single element in the stage can affect the final level, this is a good example. In this case, missing a single checkpoint has knocked the score of the level down from high 80s to what I gave it in the end. After the second encounter with the main boss, there needed to be a checkpoint. It's a difficult boss encounter with a difficult segment after it that is heavy with instant death. We didn't appreciate having to fight the mid-boss 4 times. That being said, for what few basic assets the level uses, it uses brilliantly. You know what? Did I die before the final segment? I'm not even sure. So that's probably why I didn't even notice there was no checkpoint after that second mid-boss. Anyways, every challenge felt new and unique, and you could tell the level was getting harder and more complicated as the level went on. I really appreciated how every moving platform had a background telling you how it worked, especially like the room before the second checkpoint, and how you could see the spike on the right of the room before you faced the challenge. I actually did like the use of the mini-boss, and felt that the second fight was really interesting. It felt like a natural combination of the level's asset. The level did end fairly abruptly. I think using the ID you had for the Heart Token challenge as a climax of the level would have resulted in a more exciting hand, and would have allowed you to try out your gimmicks in one final interesting way. Still, this was a great level. Well done. This was actually pretty alright. I wasn't sure at the start, but I can definitely get behind this. I definitely like that one token room that is essentially a big elevator and those spawning on top of you enemies just drop on you. That was pretty good. Okay, this was pretty much the final level we were doing tonight. Let's just talk to Plantman real quick. This isn't my house. Oh, right, because it's a power plant. Round of applause for you. I don't know who you are, but yeah, you. Okay, 37, 36, 35, and I think we have the boss. Yeah. So we have 3 levels left for the tier, which, because of the way I've placed things this week, we'll have to wait until Saturday. Now, there is one thing I wanted to try before ending, and that will involve actually going to the arena. And attempting... I don't know how this works.
I guess it just lets you pick whatever you want to fight. Oh yeah, challenger from the future.
Yeah, I'll just do these 3. Red the Reamer, man. This item will heal a hit point, although I'm used to dealing with people with only 2.
Ooh.
To be fair, I only put 3 bosses, so this should not take too long. This is technically the last boss, so I might as well just use that.
Of course, you chose all the Game Boy 5. What a load of bull.
You know, we're also presets.
Oh my god, it's Mortal
10
Kombat.
Bosses.
It's a ladder.
What the hell did I come back to?
Fight!
Oh,
Seriously?
that's all it took.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Oh my god.
Alright, man.
Hard, man.
This boss fight might be a little hard.
Oh.
These projectiles are annoying. They're hard to see.
God damn it.
But I don't think he's giving you a hard time.
Seems kind of mid.
Hardly.
Does Hard Man drink chili soso and eat yapaleno?
I think he's a fan of Mike's hard lemonade.
That's chili sauce and jalapeno.
So what is this exactly I came back to?
It's still Magmimal 3.
Okay, but is this someone that... Did someone make this level?
No, this is just a custom arena.
Okay, okay. I was about to say, this is number 1 and everything is great, so yeah.
Oh. You know what to do here.
Shockwave! Magnetic shockwave!
Oh
God.
Get me back there! I
Oh
can't
my
breathe!
god.
Remember this
Help
level?
me! No!
Please
Alright,
end my
I have
life
a
right
double
now.
jump in that
Oh
level.
lord.
Yeah,
What have
and
you
you
done
died
to me?
constantly to the fucking spikes.
And now
wood.
it's just MM2 wood.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Blow those leaves away.
Bye.
Pan, I had so much faith in you in that battle.
Oh,
Oh!
nice.
Zombie
Hell
devil!
yes. Hell
Zombie
yes.
devil, oh no. X6 music, let's go.
When he's such a good boss, all of us go, yes.
That attack does do a lot of damage.
Yeah. It's Spikes and Megaman. I would not expect anything less.
Oh shit, good job.
Oh, he didn't do this last time, did he?
I killed him too fast last time.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh,
Gotta.
I do have
I
a full
appreciate-
recover if need be, so.
I appreciate the X8
Oh.
music
Gravity.
there.
Oh.
Magnetic shockwave!
Magnetic
Magnetic shockwave!
Oh.
oh. The hell. Fuck this thing.
This is like a job for Laser Trident.
Me,
Or,
I want
sorry, I mean
the
Guitar
hula hoop.
Trident.
Well, I didn't actually need to use the full recover. Oh.
Oh shit, catfish.
Oh, this
You've entered the
level.
catfish's maw.
You've been catfished, son.
There you go.
Quick, find the hook shot.
Mission accomplished.
I just
So many explosions.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
That was a pretty good way to end this.
of the fucking light show.
Well, we just wasted our balloon budget.
Okay, how many tokens do I have right now?
We spent 40 last time.
Skedaddle, skedoodle, your balloon budget is now a noodle.
You want to see me blow away the balloon budget? You want to see me do it again?
I think I'll want to get this next. I can have a use.
You have a couple spare tokens to use for catches, right? Or can you not do that anymore?
I mean, I still can. I think there is an achievement for getting all 555, but...
Jesus.
One more Pumpman!
More achievements with you falling forever in infinity.
More achievements involving unlocking a Pumpman plushie.
My
What
god.
was that?
Building Guardian robot made from a discarded Wily machine. Increase intruders with bright eyes and brighter missiles. Quint's Revenge.
Quint's revenge. Oh, God.
Color bullet.
Dude, that smile. They wouldn't put real explosive into this thing, right?
Kaboom.
No.
From the original Mega Man.
Kaboom, explosion, blah, ha 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 ha.
Pluto.
Pluto, this kitty plushie definitely won't break out from your hugs and dash away. Roll 5. Super Danny. Contains a voice boss that his nose to say awesome when the plushie falls off a ledge or bumps into a sharp object. Don't know what Super Danny is.
Probably bang
Don't
it.
get the reference. Protoman.exe. The sort of this plushie leaves a light trail when you swing your arms wide.
That'll never
Bell
work.
Network. Terra!
They're,
A deadly alien scourge from a time long forgotten. Now extragable. Airbrush not included. Spike Pusher R. Just in case you have some spike that have been left unpushed. From Megaman 9. Baba is plush is you.
my yow.
Oh my God, he is
Amazing.
ginormous.
He's
That
giant.
That might have to be, yeah, that might have to be it.
Nargacuga. All the majesty of this fierce and stealthy monster now condensed into a plushie. Much safer alternative to Hog than the real thing. From Monster Hunter Freedom Unite.
Man! You and Monster Hunter bullshit, but not Pumpman!
Steel, I'm gonna need you to calm down, buddy.
Fireman. While his flames may be harmless in this form, his spirit of justice will burn on. Freakman. This is just Protoman, you say, but he's got a new helmet.
It's not every time you open up a capsule. Oh, that's it.
Because none of them are ever Pumpman.
Sadly, no pump man.
Steel is basically me when I found out
And our blaze up
Executor.
now.
This is basically me when I found out Alolan Executor was a dragon type.
He just does not compute.
Yeah, no, just.
Oh,
brain
no,
breaking.
I understand. I am just seething with rage and hatred.
Well, so was I, if you remember.
No, that's you whenever you hear Jeff George.
You son of a fucking bitch.
You know I'm fucking right.
You goddamn right, you're right.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Small roll.
A small roll.
Part of a promotional brand deal with the cosplay
Small
fashion chain Rolling Stone. It's a plushie of the CEO. Seems familiar, doesn't she?
Rolling Stone, huh?
Neon glass Birdo on a guts lift. Exactly what it says on the tin, or the glass rather.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, I think it was one of the Wily bosses in the first Make a Good Megaman levels. Classic beat!
Herb!
And two of a companion, metaphorically left behind on a cruise ship, will not attack, carry, roost, or saber for you.
Yes, we got Burb now.
I mean,
Everybody doesn't flap.
that's Spencer? Nathan Spencer?
I just noticed Huey, Dewey, and Louie over there.
Oh shit, there they are.
No, wait.
Super Show.
And there's Uncle Scrooge as well.
If I see Tailspin Baloo, I'm gonna need you to shoot him.
Spin it again. Thanks, Joe.
Why are they here?
Like a super evil convention, but real. Everyone's so passionate.
So, who can do a Scottish accent?
Bless me bagpipe. No, I can't do shit.
Alan Young, you are not.
I gotta have like
May
one.
he rest in peace.
I literally gotta have one drink in me to start doing a Scottish accent. The Taste Collective.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, you know
Oh,
what
no.
this is
No!
going. You know where this is going.
No!
Alright, let's see who to go right.
God damn it.
Alright, muting the side stream now.
Hang on, I'm getting down to this. I like this.
Of course. Yeah.
There, that's the song in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could eat some tacos to this.
If not, there's also this.
And it's a
The
bit
hell
too
is
quiet.
garbage noise?
I can't hear it too well. It's really low. Oh, it's freaking Half-Life.
It's wonderful Half-Life.
Yeah, I think I'll send you over to Arapu continuing his SNES Super Side Quest.